I heard the warning alarm blur throughout the complex. Luckily, I had my creature to read articles with me.
Hello and welcome back to Discovering SCP, or maybe not this time. So this is going to be a bit of a shorter episode, to be honest, guys. We're in the process of making another big one, like what we do with Jackrabbits. So you'll get your time back eventually, hopefully next week.
You'll get your episode when you fix this damn door! Oh. No, but I'm recording in the morning right now. For Tan Honey, he's actually in normal mode. It's like 1, almost 2 for him. For me, it's like 7:45 in the morning, and I got work in 2 hours. And I woke up 2 hours early, too, just so I'd be ready. And Tan, I've been doing a lot of thinking, right?
Okay.
So, over on the Bird app, Rat King has been talking a lot about this thing called analog horror. And I noticed a bunch of other people were talking about stuff like Mandela Catalog and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So I looked into it a little bit. And I was looking into what analog horror is, and I saw Local 58 was one of them. And I was like, oh, I love Local 58. Let me give this a try. So I decided to watch the Walton Files. I watched the first 2 episodes. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to be like a dick and say it was bad or anything. Honestly, there was a ton of like time and thought and creativity put into it, more than anything I'd ever make. But I was frankly unimpressed. I was not very scared. I was not very entertained. And it left me craving some real horror, right? Yeah. And I was hoping you could provide something truly frightening for me today before I head into work.
I'm glad. So, here at Discovery SCP, we love horror. We love to be scared.
Absolutely.
We love to piss and shit. That's what I'm here for today.
Yeah, just like our famous creepypasta episodes. I'm ready to get the chills.
But I
don't think I'm not talking about number 15.
Can provide that visual laxative we require.
No, I agree. We need to go to a site that's really scary to be on. Because, one perhaps by the name of Reddit.com.
SCP, it's just a bunch of SJWs these days. It's not
true.
Oh,
we need to go to where the red pills are.
And there's no scary monsters anymore. And they banned me for posting the penis figure.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of fucked up. That was the only good SCP I'd read in the last 5 years.
You've written?
Guys, remember when they used to write... No, you've written.
He just said he wrote it. We got invoiced.
No,
I said operation is successful. We've got him.
No, I said you wrote it. I said you wrote it. I know you wrote the penis taker because you have the only known screenshot. Anyway, yes. Do you have some spooky stuff on Reddit for me?
We do. So, to get away from these SJWs and their woke-ass shit, I've taken us to 2-sentence horror. But you'll notice something...
modern SCP be like 173 but gay. Am I right, fellow chuds?
And it's 10 pages long.
Ooh, it's too long for me.
We're joking. Please don't take this out of context.
If the audience can't tell that we're joking and they take this out of context
episode
on
97.
Twitter,
you should fucking know at this point that we can't take anything we say seriously.
I'm racking up subtweets right now. I'm getting the highest score on Twitter. I'm ready. Alright, but yes, hit me with some horror.
2-sentence horror, but not just any 2-sentence horror. / controversial.
Oh, right, I forgot because it's literally 2 sentences. We're going to have to like go down a list and you can't link me individually.
Yeah, I'm not going to
because that would take
Let's just
forever.
go so uncontroversial all time, so we can get the ones that's maybe a little more indie. And we can go about them one by one and see which ones make us shit.
I have a genuine question, and this is not memeing. Do we read the author names? Because obviously we don't want to not credit people, but at the same time, I don't know if that would lead to like bullying or like witch hunting. So I don't know what we're supposed to do.
I'm not sure either. I think we should just say the names. I mean, like
let's say them and put an express disclaimer. Don't message these people on Reddit. Don't be an asshole. Just enjoy the funnies.
Yes, exactly.
I think we have a better fan base than that. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, come on, guys. Banker Paul, I'm looking at you.
Banker Paul, stop PMing! Stop typing that PM, Paul.
Dude, every time I tweet, Banker Paul's like. Every single time I tweet, Baker Paul's like, what the fuck is this? And
every time I go on Twitter, he fucking PMs me an image of my own fucking corpse, and I'm sick of it.
He is the analog horror. Damn. Alright, but yes, let's start at the top here. Do you want to go first? Should we, like, popcorn?
Let's popcorn it, I guess.
Alright, you do the first sentences, I'll do the second ones.
Okay. This is the most controversial one from 4 years ago by Lytook.
Oh, you're going by all time. Shit. Yeah, fuck, hang on.
Yeah, the best.
I was on today like an idiot. Okay, now I'm ready.
After tucking my son into bed, I checked under it for monsters.
When I found my son hiding under it, he whispered, "Daddy, there's someone in my bed."
It's kind of vanilla, to be honest. It's not that controversial.
Yeah, I expected something way better.
This next one.
Right, let's move on. Okay.
Santa doesn't look like I expected, with grey messy hair, scars on his face, and deep black eyes looking down on me from his enormous height. I want to point out that sounds like that's what he expected him to look like.
I never wanted to become one of his elf slaves, but if that's what the price of escaping my abusive stepfather, it was worth it.
And this was by...
That's by Amplify Dash.
Amplify Dash.
Yes, it's Amplify -dash.
There's one comment, great job liking the Christmas theme.
I love it. This reminds me of that one I tweeted about fucking the Bray proposal. Jesus.
I did pre-read like the first 3 of these. This next one was my absolute fucking favourite.
Go for it.
One day I was walking down the street and someone started to chase me.
Wait, oh fuck, I don't see this one. What?
I'll read the next bit as well then. He said...
Oh, there it is.
Oh, you read it then.
I want to kidnap you.
I have a proposal.
For me... Yeah? Maybe not do the popcorns for ease?
No, that's not like... He's like, I want to kidnap you. Like, it's a fucking proposal. I have an offer for you. I want to kidnap you. Let's make this happen.
For me, and that one's by Cyblock06. The one that was third for me is by non-binary person 72537.
Oh no, the comment under this one. Someone says,
which one?
This ain't scary. This is crappy pasta level in the reply. Sorry.
Wait, which one are you talking about? The last one or the one? The one from a non-binary person? Hold on, where is this?
There's some Cyblock06.
Oh, fuck, I already lost it. There's too many. I'm lost in the sauce.
Okay, let's go to non-binary person 72537.
Yes. I think I messed up just a tiny bit.
Who wouldn't when they wake up in blood? Me.
Damn. My favorite, the top comments, you picked your nose and got too aggressive.
I don't know why.
I think because like ours...
What does the green mean?
It
means I've not read them yet, so apparently I've read these other ones.
So so I'm seeing we're in a different order, so maybe we should like each pick one and just read the whole one ourselves.
Yeah, let's just read one that we like the look of.
Okay, go for it, Tan. You pick the next one and you can read it entirely.
You were doing such a wonderful job. I know servers don't make much. Here's for a dip for you, dear. Hands over $20. I profusely thank her, and as smile as she gathers her kids and leaves, looking down at the note she gave me, I see the tip. Monopoly money.
Fuck, that's a good one, Claire 1000.
You're stretching the limits of 2 sentences, I would say, because there's like stage directions and shit in there.
Yeah, this is like 2 sentences written by Tanhoney.
But wherever there's going to be like a full stop, they put a comma there.
I'll be honest, I'm guilty of that too sometimes. I just get lost in the sauce with sentence structure, and then I have to go back and fix it down later. Another one by Cyblock. Oh wait, no, we already read that.
Yeah.
What's this? This one's... Yes, honey, that's all we got you for Christmas. I lifted the gun up to my head, knowing that with only one bullet, this is how I would escape the monsters who brought me into life. This is by Mountain Ostrich 8565. I'm guessing the person we're reading the perspective of is like a Frankenstein creature. And this was their way to suicide.
You could just also say that it's like my parents.
See, you know how I talk about in SCP, how when things are vague, you can theory craft? This is the beauty of 2-sentence horror. Truly, you have to make up your own
I know,
story.
I assumed that he was just like an edgy teen, but you've got Frankenstein.
Yeah, because they said the monsters that created them.
Yeah, but Frankenstein doesn't make the Doctor. The Doctor isn't the monster. Frankenstein's the monster. It's Frankenstein's monster.
Here's a good one I got for you. From Pro Arsonist 93.
Oh, I'm looking at the same one.
You're working on your Google sheet and an anonymous leopard joins. You haven't shared the document with anyone and have it set to private.
That's 3 sentences, first off.
No, it's not, because the first one doesn't have a
Google
period.
Drive. So... Oh, Google Drive you're working on your Google sheet.
I gotta say, I've done this before to myself by like logging in on my phone and then being like, oh shit, what the fuck?
I like this comment here. Why a leopard? It's just one of the options for anonymous viewers on Google Drive. Probably only known to those who extensively use it, lol.
I'm a bit of a Google driver, okay? You wouldn't get it. This one's from 6 years ago, too. The rest of these are, like, more modern. That's ancient.
That was a classic.
All right, you pick one. You pick one or two.
What was this one? Sneaky dogs. Sneaky dogs.
By you deleted.
Yeah. My son cried when I killed both of his dogs today. I can't tell him why, but last night while he slept, I overheard the dogs talking to each other. And there's a signature from Pierre Dupuy.
Pierre Dupuy.
Fucking dogs plotting.
I honestly... This is so funny to me because, like, obviously he probably meant, like, the dogs were plotting or were, like, spirits or whatever, but I love the idea of, like, it's like the movie Pets and they're just, like, talking when the owners aren't around and the owner's like, oh, fuck! Shoots them.
I can't tell you why, son.
I'm sorry, I
Here's
freaked
one
out.
from Mr. Cookie Cutter. If I don't get an A, my dad is going to kill me. Keith's body was found 3 days later.
Oh my god, I think I saw that one on Twitter. That's so fucked up.
R.I.P. Keith.
Jesus, oh my god. From Callie Marie 13. I'm not fat, I'm just big boned. Guess the stairs and bills say otherwise.
Wait, what? That's not
I guess they're implying the... That's not horror, that's just mean. They're so fat they broke the stairs on the way down.
Keith's out into Yo Mama.
That's just that's a Yo Mama joke.
We all looked at... This one's by Wilmal88. We all looked at each other scared of the horror story told by the camp counselor. With an evil grin on his face. He asked if what's more scary, monsters you can't see or the ones you can. The top comment on this is just the words Freddy Fazbear and Freddy spelled wrong.
The comments are almost better than the original works, I gotta say.
I know.
It's like the opposite of SCP. Oh my god. Oh, this one's from Ninja Corgi, which made me think of Korga. This one is what I think every person... This is what I think every person on SCP thinks about Christians. I met my new father-in-law. He's a conservative Christian with a concealed carry permit and is determined to convince people that God exists.
Wait, is that the end? Is that the twist?
Yeah. The implication is he's going to kill people so they can meet God.
With
his concealed carry permit.
I just thought they didn't like his views.
He's just an evangelist. There's no horror involved. He's just like, no, he's real, I promise.
Here's one by Artarosh. God exists, but he is deaf-mute.
Based.
He's not blind, though. So I feel like the horror's meant to be like, oh, he doesn't know what's going on, but he's not blind. He can still see.
Oh my god.
God can't read lips.
Yeah, that's true. He still can see. Oh my god. God can't read lips? Yeah, you'd think if anyone could, it would be God, right?
He's like Hal. Okay, God's like stuck in the church looking like you through the stained glass watching your lips move.
Yeah, he's like, I wonder what the fuck they're saying about me in there. He's like super insecure. He's like, what the fuck are they doing? Rem228 says, I heard scream from my basement. The child I kept there had broken his nails, trying to broke the cage where I kept him.
So I buried the lead there.
And then someone fucking corrected them in the comments. Break asterisk? That's not even... Wait, what? No! Oh, yeah, he means break the cage. I thought he meant the broken. I was like, that's not even what needed correcting. You got another good one.
Death Fox 919. My story.
Oh boy.
I still couldn't believe that no one even read my no sleep story. What am I? The last person on Earth? I mean, this one seems like
that's the perfect segue for us to go on No Sleep and search by controversial.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, let's go read his No Sleep story. Or No Sleep story. How do I get to No Sleep? I don't know how to
type
use
in No Sleep on Google.
It's honestly, navigating on Reddit's own site is fucking hard. I just do that. Okay, so let's go to... How do I sort by controversial?
You go to it's controversial at the top.
I only have hot, new, and top. Oh, there we go. No, that's top all time. Where's controversial on No Sleep?
It's there. It's at the top.
Okay, I'm gonna screen share with you, and you're gonna see.
Oh my fucking god! I'll just link you it.
Here, look.
This guy doesn't know how to operate Web3. I don't need you to share the screen with me.
I'm convincing you that there's no controversial, so you don't think I'm an idiot.
Well, let's use a new Reddit. It's broken.
Oh. I didn't know there was a Reddit division.
There you go.
The Reddit division? That sounds like the most horrifying department, Conti. Reddit division. Please, someone make that their team. I'm begging you. All right. No, that's still 2-sentence horror. All right, go for it. Hit me up. Dap me up.
I've got one here. This one's controversial. A lot of them are, it's hard to find controversial mostly because a lot of them are part 6 of a series.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, boy.
Have you ever looked at a picture of a spider and felt crawling on your skin? Well, the reason you feel spiders crawling all over you is because there are spiders crawling all over you. That could work as 2-sentence horror just on its own, though.
Yeah, there you go. That would have been a banger on 2-sentence horror. That would have been at least 30 upvotes.
Let's begin with a quick explanation of how the human body works. Because you're actually about to find out the body's actually a broken piece of garbage.
Unironically, they're not even making a bad point. Like, the human body's amazing and all the things it works, but at the same time, like, some shit, like the sinuses are so poorly designed, that's why you get stuffy noses all the time.
Sinus-free.
Yeah.
What people can feel, see, touch, hear, and smell is painfully limited. So 90% of the Earth's natural actions will never come to our attention. What does that mean?
This is like an anime villain, like explaining their power, how they can go through undetected.
Did you know we only use 10% of our brains? The other 90% allows me to control fireballs. An example of our body's ignorance is the electromagnetic spectrum, both visible and invisible light, which anyone with even a brief history of science knows humans are mostly blind to. In short, there are constantly invisible events and beings around us that we will never know about. Including these invisible beings are insects known as spider T974s.
Sounds like a Kim Possible enemy or some shit, I don't know.
Because they haven't been truly named by science. These spiders.
But you just gave them a name! What the
Yeah. Well, we gave them the name then. These spiders are barely poisonous and only have venom strong enough to get you mildly sick. Ever heard of rhinovirus? The common cold? Sure you have. But most people sick with rhinovirus have never even been near a rhino. What does that mean?
I love the way this is written. It literally is written like how you do your silly over-the-top villain speeches. It's so good for you.
Such a funny coincidence. Spider T974s are supposed to look like horned black widows, giving them a rhino appearance. It's only appropriate if I refer to the spiders as rhino spiders for the rest of this post.
Why I thought they didn't have a name, but they have 2 names?
They've got more names than most things. You must be asking yourself, well, why can't I see them? As stated earlier, a rhino spider exoskeleton mixed with light so precisely that the light sensitivity is changed, pushing it out of the visible spectrum. Checks out. Rhino spiders are very sensitive and try to move away from even the smallest change in the environment. Let's say you're looking at a picture of a spider like I do, and your hair just barely stands up. To the rhino spiders, that small change is quite startling and sends them running down your arms and legs. There's nothing you can do about, because as recently discovered, there are a lot of them. Natural predators can't see them either, so their numbers grow and grow and grow until everywhere you go is covered with them. I don't mean to frighten you, but chances are that your home, cars, and workplaces have rhino spider infestation.
See, this isn't scary to me because they're not like immortal monsters, right? They're just spiders that are invisible. Just roll on the ground, forehead. You'll kill them all.
Maybe more difficult to come to terms with is their size. Sure, most of them are relatively small, but failure of crowd control by nature's natural hunters have caused some rhino spiders to grow incredibly big. Some are believed to be as large as small children.
Again, not how evolution works. I'm so pissed off.
Just think about it, though. Have you ever laid in
shit, you're right.
Have you ever laid in your bed at night and heard scratches from outside? Oh, it's just the trees. The trees are always scratching against your house, but somehow that's the only time you hear it. What if the strong winds are startling the massive rhino spiders outside, and they're moving around, become more comfortable in the storm?
I don't get the tone this is going for. It's like kind of like weird villain, but also like scientist, but also like antagonizing.
These aren't pretty images, are they? If you have a fear of spiders, your only hope is to get over it very quickly, because the truth isn't going anywhere. Go ahead, wash your hands and brush your arms to try and get them off. It's not working, is it? They'll always be with you, watching you, on you, just waiting to give you the next bite.
Top comment, if I can't see them, I don't give a fuck. Based. Yeah, I'm giving that one an upvote, even though it's by a deleted user from 10 years ago.
BGB111 who just says, bullshit, in all caps.
I love it. This is so good. Alright, let me pick out one now. Let me see if I can find one just as good. Ghost in the Toilet. Oh, you'll love this.
I was looking at the exact
same never mind. It's like weirdly political. I don't know if we should read it.
Yeah, we don't want to upset the Romney voters.
Yeah. Oh wait, is that all it is? I just saw Obama and Romney in the same post skimming it, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't look at this.
Just read it.
Okay. Ghost in the Toilet. This is all true! 6 years ago. And also this post was written 9 years ago, so this is a combined 15 years ago. So some of y'all weren't even fucking born yet when this post happened. It all started when I moved into my new house with my 2 dads. The bathroom was under construction, so I had to use the basements. It was okay for the first 3 weeks until one night. On that night, I had to take a major poop.
Did you write this?
Before my... Did you make that banging noise right as I said
yeah.
I feel like I wrote this spiritually. Before my constipation, I had eaten at a local Mexican restaurant called La Fantasma, which means the ghost in Spanish.
What restaurant's
Little to my knowledge. It is! Little to my knowledge, the restaurant has a specific meal that is supposedly haunted.
Fucking Tony.
How do you haunt a meal? How do you haunt a meal? What the fuck?
You saw Pearl Jam in it.
Oh my god. So when I went to take the poop, I saw a figure pooping next to me. It was a 4-foot male who had dark skin and blonde hair. It was singing Party in the USA, and its face reminded me of George Bush.
So it doesn't have George Bush's face, but it's reminiscent.
Yes. I then grabbed my Obama sticker and splashed my toilet with holy water. Moral of the story? Don't vote for Romney.
Damn. I'm sorry, everyone. I didn't realize it was that controversial.
I have no idea what the fuck this was even going for. Sorry, I just saw Obama and Romney in the same thing, and I thought this was going to be like about 2008 politics.
Fight or flight.
Yeah.
I have a good one.
All right.
This is a long one, but I think I
Dap me up.
It's so fucking funny.
Link. I dared walk where light treads not the deep web. Oh my god. I love every time someone writes something about the deep web, I just like fucking laugh my ass off.
Let's go. First of all, I would like to cast for a message, not aimed at the no-sleep community. It is aimed at you. You know who you are.
Shit. Sorry, viewers.
And I wish for you that everything your loathsome selves enjoy be done upon your person 1,000 times over. With that out of the way, allow me to commence. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, my name is Daniel. I'll withhold my surnames, as I would like to retain a sliver of that illusion called privacy.
Oh yeah, this is Daniel AVH666, by the way, on Reddit.
Oh, his privacy!
We have to credit them.
His illusion!
I'm sorry.
I am writing this under a crushing amount of psychological stress and enjoying the placid stupor of my prescription drug.
and exotic to regulate high levels of anxiety. Yet I assure you, I am as lucid as I have ever and will ever be. It's like a Lovecraft protagonist.
Yeah, for real.
I
saw a minority the other day outside, and I
broke my mind. I wish I could forget what I'm about to narrate. Yet there's no nepenthe that could erase the things I have seen, what I know. I shall relate.
I'm just imagining this is like the fucking Darkest Dungeon narrator. Every word.
I shall relate my experiences as a naive explorer of the deep web to the best of my ability. I like the idea that he's gone. This is like the first time he's gone on the regular internet. He thinks that's the deep web.
Yeah, he just Googled boobs. He's like, what I've seen.
Such impropriety. To commence, I would like to give you insight as to what is this deep web. Imagine an iceberg.
My God, no.
The most
this motherfucker's about to
buoyant ice you can conjure. He can't even describe an iceberg. Just say iceberg. I know what an iceberg is.
He's fucking describing the iceberg meme.
That is the internet. As you know by the ages-old adage, the tip of the iceberg is the portion we can easily see. In this context, the upper web is what we can see on our daily lives. Google, Facebook, YouTube, YouPorn, this very Reddit we're on right now. As Mufasa would put it, everything the light touches, our kingdom of information and socialization. But what about that shadowy place? Asks a young
Wait, he fucking ditched the iceberg metaphor for his Lion King fucking
he's merged them. The bottom of the iceberg.
Oh, I see.
That which remains unseen is the deep web. And in a manner akin to an actual iceberg, it comprises up to an... Yeah, no, she is akin to an actual... That's why we're using the iceberg as a metaphor, you fucking idiot. Daniel, it comprises up to an esteemed 96% of the whole expanse of the internet.
I love, like, people think this means the deep web's, like, the true internet, but really it's, like, almost all blank pages or, like, two-sentence, like, HTML pages that have been lost to time.
This deep web contains the websites not indexed by search engines such as Google or Yahoo, not even Bing, and as such they remain hidden beneath the water. And just as Mufasa replied, that is beyond our borders, you must never go there. And what did Simba do? The very same stupid, foolish, unforgivable thing I did. He disregarded the warnings. I heard about the deep web from an acquaintance of mine, a fellow who studies computer engineering and as such has contact with codes and networks and other such amenities. Is this you?
What the fuck is he talking about? I am a fellow in the IT and computer industry, and all my networks are like, "Hi, I work at Verizon. Let me know if you need anything." It's not like I have like secret people who are like, "Let me show you the true world."
At first, I disregarded his claims about the existence of this deep web. But how could I not? Impossible, methought.
I love that, dude. This guy is like a fucking... This is what happens if you brought someone from the 18th century through time travel to the modern era and they saw the internet. He's like, that's why it's so scary to him. He doesn't understand.
Impossible, methought, that such a vast repository of information and interaction could lie hidden beneath our noses. Ludicrous! And for the record, yes, this is the way I think and speak in English, as it is not my mother language. I feel like he's...
This isn't written like someone who speaks ESL. This is written like someone who came from the 13th century
speaks more English than everyone else.
Yeah, he speaks the most English.
They know, and so do you have the right to know. At the time, it appeared to me as a thing of legend, a vast reservoir of knowledge and arcane lore, the likes of which could be found in lost Alexandria, or the ransacked libraries of Baghdad.
So this is a good example. I know we're having a funny of what I tell people in writing a lot. Like, you can spend too much time on description. Like, I know in school we learn like more is better when you're like making papers. So people like got used to making these giant like nothing burger paragraphs. But this is like the most disengaging thing you can do in your writing, unless you're intentionally trying to make Tanoni laugh. Yeah, we're having fun. Is funny, but like if you're writing an SCP, please, for the love of God, don't fucking write like this. It's awful.
The mere idea that such an inconceivable ocean of data, an esteemed 8 flaming petabytes,
Flaming petabytes!
Steamed is my favourite bit. Existed in our world seemed beyond fantastic. Like a fool, I was seduced by the idea of seeing this occult side of the internet. Swayed and tutored by my acquaintance in the ways to access the deep web. He says like fucking make a magic circle.
Yeah, fucking using Tor.
Ways that for your safety I shall not, and I repeat, shall not describe. Translation, the author doesn't know how to access the deep web, so please don't inquire about them.
This is like, you're on the internet reading this, go to a new tab, be like, how do I get to the deep web? Bam. Easy.
Feeling safe and sound within the sanctum of my living quarters. Dr. Strange wrote this. I clicked on the executable program that would link me with this gallery of knowledge. Admittedly, at the time I felt like the one after having chosen the
Okay, this was written like before Chuds took over Red Pill. It was 8 years ago. That is perfect. That is amazing.
In a journey through untrodden pathways of information. I felt akin to an explorer, akin to Columbus, a scientist on par with Darwin as he voyaged across the Galapagos Islands in the search for wisdom. Perhaps
this is definitely written by a Redditor.
Oh yeah, it's on Reddit. Perhaps in my mind,
I know, but
stuff I could have withstood what I came to learn. The fucking madman's knowledge. What the fuck is he talking about? And so
the wisdom of Darwin,
the pale blood sky. And so I entered into the realm beyond the light. Popcorn.
At first, it was a grossly underwhelming, anticlimactic sight to behold. The fuck is this? I intoned. This is like the only time he's spoken. So this is only his internal monologue that's like this. It is, in real life, he's normal. I intoned as I was greeted by a blank page stating I had entered correctly. Was this the oh-so-famous deep web? A blank page with less flair than the 90s GIF fests of yore? I found myself feeling an abject disappointment. My thoughts of unknown secrets, adventure, and discovery had toppled to the ground. Now I wish I had left them there, never to be picked up. My acquaintance sent me a link, eloquently titled the Hidden Wiki. Oh my god, is this like the real SCP Wiki? Guys, do not go to the Hidden Wiki.
Don't go to SCP.
I almost made a joke I shouldn't make. Don't call 173 at 3 a.m. Within, I found a list of links categorized in a wide range of topics. You could find links to purchase weapons and drugs in the black market, to arrange shady meetings, and of course, porn. Much like life in the universe, in the internet, porn always finds a way.
Very good comic relief, my sir.
Upvote, good sir. Suffice to say, my appetite had been whetted.
How long was
I hungered, lusted for more. Well, considering the lusted, probably a while. Probably a long, long time. And here is where I must needs take a break. Another dose of alprazolam as this one is worn out. Let me tell you my diagnosis so you can better understand my condition. And to calm myself down a trifle, if you feel like it, feel free to skip the following couple paragraphs entirely, as they pertain to my personality and not to the story itself. Honestly, power move to say, fuck the story I'm telling you, I need to talk about myself now. More SCP authors should do this. I want to be reading a Tanhoney article in the middle. He's like, hey guys, it's me, Tanhoney. I've been on the wiki for over 9 years, over a third of my life, and I just thought I'd stop to say hi.
Can I?
Yeah. If you like it, don't forget to leave an upvote, and then it resumes. Can I break to get water real quick? Because my throat's so dry.
Absolutely.
Keep the audience entertained.
So, I apologize. I realise we're not quite discovering SCP here, but I'm having fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. We're going to have a big one, as mentioned, next week. Should be it's a sort of like another Jackrabbit sort of thing. We've got someone around to write an article. I hope you enjoy that. I hope you look forward to it at least. The reason that we have to have this one as sort of a little bit of a mini one is that we've had to record the previous one in two parts. One part where we start writing the article, sort of go through the idea and everything, and the next part to sort of see the progress on that. But it's going to be fun. I hope you guys like it.
Wow, what was that about? It sounded genuine.
Tell them about the what we're doing with the writing episode.
Oh, yeah. Also, as a heads up, we made a mistake in the writing episode. We read the comments of episode 96, so there will be no comment reading in this episode.
No, there will be 2 comment readings in the next one.
Yeah, there will be 2 in the next one. The comment reading for this and the one for episode 96. But this one will not have a comment reading. Don't worry, we did not forget. After being entered into my local psychiatric hospital, which I'm afraid is nothing like what you see in movies, and being medicated, I was diagnosed with unspecified anxiety disorder.
Oh God.
300...
You got 300 sanity points.
300.00 as cataloged on the DSM-V and F41.9 on the CIE-10 manual. This is still one sentence, by the way.
Yeah.
And paranoid personality disorder, 301.0, F60.0. Oh, he didn't even end it with a period at the end. What the fuck? What this signifies is that I suffer from crippling anxiety attacks on a near-daily basis. I commence sweating profusely, breathe heavily, and more often than not, I'm prone to attacking other people, hence part of the justification for a paranoid personality diagnosis.
Well, I'm not a medical professional. He does seem quite paranoid.
Yeah, he does seem a little twisted.
He's the Joker.
The idiots! What they did was, in truth, say that they knew I was anxious, but possessed no idea as to what was the cause. That's what happens when every flaming psychiatrist... What is with him and flaming?
It's when he doesn't like something, I guess. Well, no, sometimes when he does like it, he liked the petabytes, he thought that was esteemed.
Is flaming petabytes. Is it just like... I don't know. Because when I think flaming, I either think on fire or like the, I think, derogatory adjective for referring to homosexual individuals. So I'm not sure what he means by flaming, because neither seems to fit when he
we don't know his psychologist. Maybe.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They could be like Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! When every flaming psychiatrist suffers from an acute case of fecal encephalopathy. What the fuck? So they medicated me with the medicine that grants them a share of course, and called it a day. Of course, they also hinted to my parents that he's just like 16. My parents that I may be a risk for developing paranoid schizophrenia, since I'm within the age range. 20 years as of the time of this writing. 21 in a few weeks. They know, and so you have right to know.
Am I your parent? Why do I have the right to know? I don't know you.
There's no way whoever wrote this was 20 years old. I don't believe that. In truth, I do not have much. In truth, I do not have much to complain about regarding my medication. As it is
entire paragraph
respite and nepenthe from the memory of the lore. I quaff this kind nepenthe, and forget this forbidden lore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. This is like what I feel like fan fiction written in the 1800s read like. Like someone read Edgar Allan Poe and just went off in the local paper.
I mean, like, the story's almost ended. What did he fucking say on the deep web that's, like, killed him?
Has it almost ended? There's quite a... Oh my god, you're right. But back... Amusing how anxiety enhances your metabolism. Makes things seemingly act quicker, but wear out faster. At least I need not worry about being obese.
Okay.
Flex? Okay. But back to the story. Popcorn.
As I was relating, I ventured forth into the deep web in the search for hidden gems of knowledge. And I did learn a lot. There's a huge, expansive black market for weapons, drugs, explosives, and any illegal thing you may imagine. Exotic creatures abound and are sold at quite reasonable prices. If you consider $10,000.99 reasonable for a Siberian tiger, that is. Counterfeit money was sold on a rate of 2 to 1, and PayPal accounts containing up to $100,000 sold for a fraction of the purported value. It appeared to me as a veritable rosebud cheat.
Here's what's insane about that. Like normally I get when you steal something, you sell it at a discount to get it
Not when you steal money.
Quickly. But when you steal literal money, why would you sell the PayPal account?
Well, we're going to get some in the comments be like, actually, it's for these reasons.
No, like, you could, if you're such an epic hacker on the deep web, you could just wire it through a couple proxy accounts, and then they would never get the money back. You'd be fine. This is why I'm so confused.
Fantastic, methought. Alonzi, quoth I. Of course, Inquisition...
I almost spit my fucking drink, quoth I. I'm going to start speaking like this dude.
Inquisition and discovery, a lapse is necessary. What a better way to regain energy and confidence than to ogle some fine pornography.
He's mentioned porn more than whatever the fuck he saw.
He's going to look at some ankles. What can I say? I am but a man. Intrigued by the possibilities of what I could find, I ventured into the erotica section of the hidden wiki. What first stood out to me was a link titled Pink Meth. A quaint name, but seemingly fitting for the purpose, thought I. At first sight, it seemed to be your standard porn sites. Pictures of girls neatly arranged in rows without a specific order to them. Some of them scantily clad, others perfectly naked. Nothing unusual up to this point. Merely another page that offered amateur porn. But then I noticed a curious link beneath each picture. The name of the lady in question, and attached to it, a Facebook profile. The hell? Exclaimed I.
I love the fucking change in tone every time he speaks out loud.
Exclaimed I as the blue letters took me to a Facebook page. Her name, address, friends, family, IP. They don't have your IP on your Facebook page. Everything had been laid out before me.
They couldn't put it on your fucking Facebook because your IP is just based on like what internet you're using.
This admittedly distressed me. The information I had access to could positively ruin a young lady's life. Not only that, it could be used for other purposes. Suddenly, the jokes about how stalking is much easier thanks to Facebook took a much more sinister meaning.
How much more sinister could it be than that? That is literally like, yeah, stalking's easier thanks to Facebook.
Yeah. This guy's he's got an opinion of it. In fairness, she should not have published those pictures of herself. Countering that argument, however, maybe she did not. Perhaps it was a spiteful boyfriend, or someone hacked her PC, or something of such nature. I knew not, and it was not something I wished to know the reason for. I left the site feeling a trifle shake. A trifle!
Me when I'm a trifle shaken? Hold on, I'm going to tweet that. I'm just going to put a trifle shaken as a tweet. Keep going.
Poor girl, said I, and I meant it. No one should be subject to that, let alone that exposed in her personal information. I know that subreddits such as /gonewild or /gruel serve the purpose of exposing oneself, going wild. Still, it is one thing to do it willingly and just deciding what information to share into the world, and a very different situation altogether to have your identity hung out before the eyes with anyone with enough time and know how to find it. But I digress.
Yeah, thanks fucking Inspector Gadget. This is like common sense.
And a good thing that I do at that. As I write this, I realise I have nearly reached the maximum amount of allowed characters. In a way, I apologise, but it is necessary, for I wish to leave no detail.
What detail? You barely said anything! I'm pissed.
Continue with the narrative in the comments section below. I do not wish to cease narrating now, as I don't know if I'll have the guts or the soundness of mind to keep going tomorrow in a part 2. But I warn you, from this point on, things may become terrible.
This top comment, I think, says it best, even though it's also not really interesting. They say, this has potential to be a really interesting story if only it wasn't so exhausting to read.
So, yeah, he does continue in the comments, but it gets a bit NSFW in a weird way there, so I would prefer if he stops there.
Yeah.
Funny man doesn't know how to tell a story.
Hold on, Ghosty92 says, I found it delightful to read. I enjoyed his use of vocabulary. Seriously, if you thought that was difficult, then I think you need to pick up a book and read a few chapters. Sheesh. It's not about the vocabulary, it's the fact that he fucking spends 8,000 sentences saying, like, the same thing. It's just, like, a 90% filler post. Banger, though, upvoted.
Maddo Watt says, you sound like a pussy, scared to shit. The deep web is monitored to a large extent after the Silk Road bus stop.
Oh my god.
Spectral Distortion says, I really love your writing style for some reason. Delightful. I, for one, would
anyone
never
who
venture
enjoys
to the
this
dark web.
Anyone who enjoys this writing style is unhinged. This is like the most painful thing to read ever. It reads like someone who had to meet a fucking page requirement for their school assignment. Oh, lordy. Alright, well, what time are we at? We're at 45 minutes. Do you want to try for one more, or do you want to call it here?
It might be best to call it here. I didn't notice we did get a new comment on that last page.
One comment reading for our comment?
Oh, there's a couple ones that arrived after we did the comment reading.
Oh, there's a few.
Was two.
Okay, there's two. Alright, do you want to read one and I'll read one?
Sure.
Alright, you do the long one then. I'm going to be deep cool.
Honest Stick says, I know I'm in the minority on this, but I like the one thing. It's used a lot in legalese to eliminate any conceivable hint of ambiguity. And I think it would be just as important to do that in SCP documents, where someone is possibly having to read really fast in very distracting conditions when something breaches containment after you put everything back in its box right now, this minute. I know you don't take recommendations, but I'm still going to ask you to read SCP-3171. It's called How the Foundation Came to Operate a Phone Sex Hotline, but I swear it won't get you demonetized.
This implies that we make more than like 2 cents a video, if even.
Yeah.
So, like, one of our videos getting demonetized is not as world-ending as like probably your bigger favorite creators.
Yeah, we don't give a shit.
Yeah, we're epic like that.
Maybe
if we like actually.
But my big beef with one is that it's ugly to read. There's no point in writing.
Also, I've never seen it in any scientific document. Maybe it's used in contracts, but I've never. I used to be I was studying to be a biologist, and I read a lot of academic works, and I never once saw it done like that. It would just be the number. Mm-hmm. So that's why I think it's bullshit, because the Foundation's more sciencey to me than like legalese. If anything, they don't give a fuck about the law. Like, and they've never once cared about the law in any article I've read. They've never been like, be sure not to break the law while you're in the state or whatever. It's always just like, no, just kill and torture people as needed.
Please, the law, you can't break it like that. You must calm yourself.
And then Deep Ghoul wrote, Bruce Springsteen once said, you know the old saying, trust the art, not the artist. I think that's true. I think someone can do real good work and be a fool. Oh, wait, I thought they were still quoting. I think they just ended the quote wrong. I think that's true. I think that somebody can do real good work and be a fool in a variety of ways.
That is still the quote.
Oh, my bad. I think that's true. I think that somebody can do real good work and be a fool in a variety of ways. That is true. Honestly, most people, you may not want to admit it.
Like, even though our podcast is, like, sick, we're also, like, monsters.
Yeah. I will say...
That's a valid opinion.
Everyone, at some point, I think, has done bad things. There's a difference between being a legitimately bad person and, like, having things you regret doing in your past. I know I have not always been the best person. I've grown and changed. But I do think that's true. I think just because you enjoy a piece of art doesn't mean that you can't separate that from liking the creator. And anyone who tells you that you can't engage whatsoever... I don't know. It bothers me personally. I hate when people tell you what you can and can't, like, look at, if that makes sense.
NFTs, for example, we love them, but people are
No, you freaking legitimizer! Stop it! No! I'm gonna get in trouble. Stop. I learned my lesson, alright? I will never make jokes about NFTs except for stealing monkey pictures again, I swear. I'll do the approved NFT jokes, SCP Twitter. Leave me alone.
Please don't funge my tokens. It's very important to me that they're not funged.
Yes. Oh, man. But yeah, mini comment reading, I guess. You guys made it in. This is what will be going up this Saturday, and then hopefully we will have our big episode ready for you next Saturday. And stay tuned in the near future for the episode 100 special. It's going to be, as the kids call it, Poggers Champ.
Hell yes. I think you'll agree it's going to be quite the special episode.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, bye, guys. Bye!
Bye!